Where's these baboons?
Breakfast on day 3, we're having bacon and eggs again. We're really living the life over here. The plan for today is basically to go out and to blast some ground squirrels. As you know from the previous time that we came here to film ground squirrel hunting episode, these are pests in this area, and in the drought that problem is even worse. We're also going to be doing something a little bit different today. Last time we just went out with the FX Impact, which did a really good job, but today we're bringing the 260 Remington with as well, to perhaps get some long shots in, like a couple 100 meters away on the ground squirrels, which may be a little bit overkill, but it's definitely going to do the job for us, and it will be a lot of fun. And if along the way we see some
Cut my finger open.
and if along the way we see some monkeys and baboons, which we're also after on this trip, we're going to shoot those as well. It's an absolutely beautiful day today, just a little bit of wind, so hopefully that's not going to hinder us too much when we want to take those longer shots, or even just shooting with the air gun. But hopefully it doesn't affect us too much, and hopefully we don't cook in this weather as well, because the last few days have been extremely hot. So we're obviously going to just be careful how much time we spend out in the sun. Be sure to carry a lot of water with us, and we should be good. Let's see how the day unfolds.
The original plan was to set the entire day aside to focus on shooting some ground squirrels with the FX Impact, but as the wind picked up, we decided to change plans entirely. The ground squirrels hadn't given us many opportunities in the previous few days, and we knew that a strong wind would just make everything exponentially more difficult. We decided to put the air gun away and set our focus on the monkeys and baboons once again, and we were in luck. We rounded the corner and found a whole troop of baboons sitting right in the lands.
Right, well, we've just spotted a whole troop of baboons on the lands down there. We've ranged them at about 720 or 730 meters away. We've got quite a strong wind blowing, but we're going to take our chance here. We can't actually get any closer because the farmhouses on the right, and if we go any more along the road, then we're going to line up the farmhouses with the baboons, we just don't want to take that risk. So we've got a clear shot here at 720 meters. We're going to just put all the data in, you know, the angle, the wind speed, wind direction, altitude, everything, and then find a firing solution and take a few shots and see if we can get one.
Luke sets up with the rifle, and I take the role of spotter, feeding him wind calls and ranges for each potential target.
My phone's saying about 5 kilometers per hour. It's dropping down to 3 now, so you could take a chance, but I'd say 5 because it might be blowing a bit more there.
The troop begins to move off the lands, and we know we have to take our chance soon. Luke gives a shout, and one of the big daddies stops right in the gap.
There we go. Stop. 7:30. The one that's sitting up? Yeah. I've got it. Go for it when you want to. Yeah, take a chance. It's running towards us. It's 2 centimeters.
We knew it was close, but from where we were sitting, it was almost impossible to tell whether we'd hit him or not. We keep our eyes on the troop just in case they present us with another opportunity, but alas, these animals are way too smart to come out into the open again after hearing a gunshot, and all we can do is review the footage.
The windage, I could see from the shot, the windage was spot on. I saw a little dust cloud behind him, so I don't know if that was just over his head or it went through him and hit the dust, but it's quite possible that I hit him, so we're going to go have a look and see how we did.
Yeah, 720 meters though, that's great. We're really happy with that.
Yeah. Okay, so we've reviewed the footage from that shot, and it looks like I missed about that far from its head. We were unsure of the range, they were moving, so it was a fluid situation, so I aimed sort of for the lower head, neck area, and because I thought it was slightly further than what I dialed in, but it turns out I should have just aimed center mass. If I'd aimed center mass, that thing would have been dead. Oh well, lesson learned. Hopefully we can get one next time.
Well, there's nothing quite like hindsight, but what's done is done, and with the heat starting to get really intense, we decide to head back to camp for a few hours.
Well, how cool is that? We're camping here
in these Oxwagons in the middle of the bush, and we've got a whole herd of springbuck. We've got just normal springbuck, black springbuck, and copper springbuck running around all around our Oxwagons. It's just so nice to be able to see different animals like this and see a variety of different species right here where we're living. It's really cool. I was gonna have a nice cold shower, but I think I might just run around naked in the rain for a few minutes. It'll cool me down nicely. I'm really glad it is raining though, because although we're not getting, we're not able to go out and shoot now in the rain, at least the farmer's getting some rain. It's really needed over here. Everything is so dry. There are carcasses from animals that have died of starvation and died of just not having enough water all over the place, and it's really sad to see. So I hope they get a lot of rain today.
Thunderstorms don't last long in this part of the country, and soon we're able to head out for an afternoon drive in search of more monkeys and baboons. As usual, there's quite a lot of monkey activity, and we get a number of opportunities.
Did I get it? No, he's still in the trees.
No, you got him.
Oh,
Yeah,
you got
falling.
him. You got him.
You'll notice that the bullets we're using don't actually cause much hydrostatic shock on these monkeys, and that's purely because they are made for hunting and not varminting. Varminting bullets are much lighter and are designed to fragment upon impact, while these Berger VLD hunting bullets are much heavier and not only have really high ballistic coefficients, but are designed to penetrate a few inches before they begin to expand. That makes them excellent for hunting larger animals, but doesn't have the same effect on small varmints. What the high ballistic coefficient does mean, however, is that distance doesn't really matter as much. These monkeys can run as far as they want, but as long as we can see them, they're in trouble. Eventually, this monkey gives us an opportunity, and I make it count.
Oh, you nailed him.
Did I nail him?
Yeah, you did.
Nice. Did you get him?
Yeah.
Yep.
I saw him fall, I just wasn't sure if he jumped or... What is the range?
261.
261. Well, we had a really hot morning this morning. It was getting a bit much. We were getting tired. We were starting to feel a little bit dizzy, a little bit dehydrated. So we went back to the house or to the Oxwagons, and we just had a bit of a rest. The rain started coming down. Everything is nice and cool now in the afternoon. Sun is sheltered by the clouds. So we decided to just take an evening drive along the farm road and just scan the rocks for any baboons or monkeys that we could see. And it's been a really fruitful afternoon. We've managed to spot quite a lot of monkeys just running around along the cliffs. I'm really amazed at the number of monkeys over here, and I've started to realize why they are such a problem. In a time of drought like this, when each square meter of land is very important, and the animals have to have as much vegetation around them as possible, you cannot afford to have animals like monkeys making use of all the vegetation. It's a really good thing to reduce their numbers so that the other animals can take up the same space. The monkeys do eat the birds' eggs, as I've already mentioned, so all the beautiful birds that we've managed to film here, like all the wood hoopoes, the glossy starlings, the hammerkop, all of these birds are birds that we want to see around, and to have so many monkeys like this is a really bad thing. So I've just blasted one at about 260 meters now. The 260 is really making the job nice and easy, and Luke knows his rifle well, so he's been able to feed me information about the range, the wind, the angle of incline. We just dial it in on the Night Force scope, pull the trigger, and we're just seeing them drop, and it's really rewarding. So after a tiring morning, we've really done a good job this afternoon. Very happy.
This evening we've been invited to a braai with our host family, the Nells, who have been incredibly hospitable and accommodating so far. It really has been such a blessing to spend a few days on such a beautiful farm. We arrive at the farmhouse just in time for a beautiful sunset, and I can tell you one thing: if you ever want to taste the best lamb chops in the world, just go to a sheep farm in the Eastern Cape. You'll realize what you've been missing. That's all for today, but we'll be back in the next episode with more hunting action. Thanks for watching.